saved a pregnant woman on the side of the road, but I was in a hurry for a blind date and had no time to take her to the hospital. So I called her husband's number. Hello, dad-to-be? Your wife's in my hands. She's about to pop and I don't have time to wait around. I'm just going to cut the baby out myself. It'll be better for everyone. Your call. And don't forget to bring cash. I glanced down. The pregnant woman, drenched in a cold sweat from the pain, watched me hang up with a look of pure terror. I never would have guessed that 5 minutes later, 20 private helicopters would land on the hospital lawn. I couldn't help but marvel. Are families this extra these days? It's just childbirth, not a full-scale military invasion. The roar of the massive rotor blades felt like it was trying to tear my skull open. A hurricane of wind kicked up debris from the lawn, stinging my face. I squinted, my eyes fixed on the line of matte black attack helicopters hovering in the air. Ropes dropped and heavily armed men slid down with chilling efficiency. Anyone else would have thought they were filming a Hollywood blockbuster, or that some head of state had just been assassinated. But I knew this whole spectacle was for me, or more accurately, for the pregnant woman at my feet who had just broken her water and was writhing in agony. Just 5 minutes ago, I'd done the craziest thing of my life. I'm a former surgeon, suspended from the hospital and desperate to appease my furious mother by going on a blind date. On my way there, I found this poor woman. The ambulance was stuck in rush hour traffic on the interstate. She had acute placental abruption. 10 more minutes and it would be 2 bodies instead of 1. I didn't have time to explain medical jargon to her family or waste precious seconds on pleasantries. To get the fastest response, you have to use the most extreme methods. So I snatched her phone, called the top contact labeled hubby, and delivered a threat that could have landed me in prison. The effect was immediate, but it seemed I had provoked someone I really shouldn't have. This wasn't just any family, this was the devil himself. Dozens of men in black suits swarmed the area, forming a tight perimeter. The dark muzzles of their guns, though they tried to conceal them, I could smell the metallic tang of rust in the air, were vaguely pointed in my direction. The man leading them was built like a tower, his custom-tailored suit doing little to hide his formidable frame. His face, while criminally handsome, was dark enough to curdle milk. He strode toward me, his presence so commanding that the very air around us seemed to freeze. Who's the one who's going to cut my wife open? His voice was a low growl laced with a bloodthirsty chill. I swallowed hard, but my hands didn't stop moving. I was using a brand new eyebrow razor, sterilized with an alcohol wipe, to cut away the fabric of the woman's dress, performing emergency triage. That would be me, I said without looking up, my hands a blur of motion. And tell your pilot to hold steady. The wind is kicking up too much dust. We don't want the wound getting infected. The man stopped in his tracks. He probably wasn't used to kidnappers being concerned about their hostages' risk of infection. He stood over me, his shadow swallowing me whole. How much money do you want? He asked coldly. Or is it your life you're after? I need gauze, hemostats, antibiotics, and a gurney on wheels that won't get stuck in traffic. Now! I finally looked up and shot him a glare. Your wife is fully dilated, but the baby is in the wrong position. Keep wasting my time and you can prepare for a funeral. The man was stunned into silence. Just then, the woman on the ground found a sliver of strength and weakly grabbed his trouser leg. Damien, Mr. Knight. She's a doctor, she's saving me. Mr. Knight? My mind flashed to the one and only Damien Knight, the tycoon who controlled